Okay, this is going to be a short one, but I didn't come on yesterday. I apologize. I hope I didn't worry anybody. Um, I just, every time I journey, I keep getting told to watch and see. That in everything you do, you should leave a place for God to do something. And that is exactly what I'm doing. And so I'm just sitting back and letting things take place. I know that it's working because in town here, Chad Butler and his family are kind of decimated because, yeah, Mike Butler took a plea deal, but not before the parents threatened the granddaughter not to testify, and the whole town knows. And this is a small town, so that's all a mess for them. And I don't know if how valid it is, but the other day I got an email from Neil Gross and Automated saying that he was out of the office indefinitely. So I don't know what that means. And then I find out that Noah Schilling has broken his leg, and and Deputy White doesn't even work there anymore. So I keep getting told to just sit back and watch and see. It's funny because in the past, I think in the last year, year and a half, I've been really pissed off, and I think heaven is tired of listening to me because I felt like I was alone in this. Where was heaven? Where was heaven? And now heaven is telling me to sit back and watch. Heaven is going to deal with these dickheads in the harshest ways. So, in the description, there is a link. Fiona Barnett asked me to advertise her link. She is coming out after the Epstein files. What I'm finding is that there are several people who, although victims are being validated in all of this, there are survivors that are angry about the situation because the validation is hollow. And just so my opposition knows, I read Fiona's article. I can't say yes or no to any of it. I have no idea. I know that she's a real victim, and I know she's angry. And but I also decided to, she has a point. So I put the stuff out there. I'll also be putting it on my blog, not her article, but the links to get to her article. And I'm not angry with the yes, people are asking, doesn't it feel good to be validated? And the truth is, it feels hollow. It's nothing that anybody can ever feel good about. You know what I'm saying? And so it's coming out. I'm glad that it's finally coming out. It's going to be hard to put that cat back in the bag. And it will only be a matter of time before what was going on in that temple on that island starts to come out, because that's where the real atrocities lie. But I it's an empty feeling, the validation. For me, however, it's like God is answering its promises to me. The things that I was promised when I got involved with this, I'm starting to watch them come to fruition. And so I know it's coming. And that's when I'll be happy. When we are where I know what is coming has happened and they have been claimed and are doing to themselves what they were so willing to do to so many people, others. Um, and it won't be that I'll be happy, it'll be that I'll be able to let it go. I've been promised that there will reach a point in time where all of this will fade away like a dream, and not even a bad dream, because bad dreams linger. It'll just fade away. I won't even remember it, you know? The good, the wicked will fail, and the good will prevail. With peace on earth and goodwill to men. The other link in the description is the exchange that I had with Andy Villa. It's weird because now they're all, oh, well, we haven't talked about him. You know, Thomas Schoenberger is saying, oh, Gabe Hoffman has stopped talking about you. That's a good thing. And Andy Villa was just like, you're obsessed because I haven't even emailed you in months. And the thing is that it's not really about that. It's about this whole child trafficking operation. And so I don't care if they talk about me. I don't care if they don't. With Andy Villa, I'll never fucking stop talking about him. He was instrumental with everything that happened to my friend Owen. Everything. He was instrumental to all of it. So you murdered my friend and now you want to go skipping down the road thinking that it's all over with, and it's not all over with. I was not the one. Just saying. I'm not the one. It's not done. And it's not going to go away, and I'm not going to shut up about it. And it's funny because I get death threats all the time. The thing about it is that there's two options. I keep going and I expose you, or you end up taking me out. Either way, checkmate. I win. Never start a war that you haven't already won. And I had already won this war before I ever got involved. Before I ever got involved. Fight your enemy where he is not. I fight you on the other side. I enlist all of heaven. So that's who you're having to fight, is heaven. You're not even really fighting me. I'm more of a distraction, a decoy. I didn't have anything to do with Mike Butler getting busted. I have nothing to do with whatever chaos is going on in Neil Gross's life. I certainly wasn't responsible for Noah Schilling breaking his leg. But Bill McDaniel, I was told that there are 4 women who have children, and there's an unhealthy focus on that. And I'm going to find out if that's true too. You better hope that it's not, you know? But I don't play the gossip bullshit. I just lay it out on the fucking table. If it's true, you're fucked. If it's true, you are fucked. And so we're to stand and speak truth to power. And heaven has these motherfuckers by the short hairs. Just flat out. Flat out. And so, all right. I said I wasn't going to be on here. I've only been on here about 10 minutes, but I'm being beckoned. It's not freezing cold today. And, all right. So, check out Fiona's thing. It's interesting. just stuff from the Epstein files. Okay, you are just knocking everything. Stop. And can read the stuff with Andy Villa. I just don't give it. I don't care. I do care, but not about their shit. As much as they want to engage me and all of that, heaven keeps telling me to just sit back and watch. You know, to just go do the things that I want to do and stop worrying about what I'm supposed to be doing for heaven. And so that's what I'm going to do. That's what I have done. That's why I didn't do a live yesterday. This one's a short one. I'm going to come back on tomorrow, normal time. But I've had shit I've had to do. And heaven's already won. Heaven's already won. And I'm just going to sit back and watch, because now I'm starting to realize that there are things happening that who could have foreseen? Everything is providence. Just like I've said, everything is providence. And so, and the sun's now coming into my window, and so I didn't shut the shade. So, with that said, I'm not even going to pray today. I just wanted to let everyone know I'm fine. I'm going to come back on tomorrow. Check out Fiona Barnett's article. I can't validate or negate any of it, and wouldn't even bother to try. You know, our relationship is complicated. But isn't it always that way with victims of this mess? Those of you who are victims of this mess, you have to admit, you are more complicated than most. I'm definitely more complicated than most, and it has a lot to do with what I went through as a kid. And so, and I'm not that remarkable. I think I'm like everybody else, you know? So, just realize that heaven is getting ready to answer its promises. And yeah, validation, but what did the validation really change? Did it make the trauma any less real? Did it make it any more real? It's just fodder for entertainment, and you can't get caught up in it, because it is basically an illusion. You can't count on it. But the fact that there's been repercussions for the first time ever for people, you know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But I can't sit and worry about what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. They send me death threats constantly. It's all the same bullshit. They take me out, I win. I have fulfilled exactly what I promised in this and never backtracked once. And heaven doesn't renege on its promises. That's the devil. Heaven doesn't do it. And so I know what's coming, you know? Otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And they're going to be exposed anyway. And right now, I don't feel like I'm just kind of just doing my own thing. I am. I'm just doing my own thing. And it feels good for the first time. And there's no way they're just going to make me disappear. I live in a small town and I'm well liked by a lot of people. You know? It wouldn't go down well. It just wouldn't go down well, especially since the town knows how involved I am in so many things. It's interesting how it's all worked. And my opposition can say that there are people who hate those signs, and I'm sure there are. But I also know that there are people who dig those signs, who like those signs a lot. And so, and I have found them to be effective. It's something different. Not everybody does it. It kind of stands out. That's what I needed it to do. It worked very effectively. And not one thing that I have put on that board as a sign outside my house has said anything that anybody was able to argue with. That's the whole fun part about it, is that they can't argue. It's and that's why there's a lot of people in town who actually appreciate those signs. In many ways, I'm saying what people in town have wanted to say big. This is a small town, and that whole popularity thing. But I don't know any of these people, and I've never been popular. Never really been interested in popularity. I like being alone and don't want to hang out with a group. That's just me. Okay, I gotta go. My dogs are downstairs, probably wanting either a treat or to go out. But it's nice outside and it's sunny. So, okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.